Hope you guys are all enjoying the brand new update inside of Diablo Immortal. I got to thinking last night that with the new update, so many changes have come to the game that we really need to put out a new do this everyday guide so you don't miss out on a bunch of the things that are important that we need to do every day inside of Diablo Immortal. Now, of course, we're going to have some of the standard ones, which I'll also mention inside of this, but there's going to be some brand new things as well that we're going to need to do so we don't miss out on things like upgrading pets or some of the new gear that we have available. So let's start out with number one, and that's going to be to always check your events inside of the game. You always want to see what's going on and what's going to be some really great value for you. That's a limited time because you don't want to miss it. For example, the Splintering Dark right here. We can get ourselves a legendary crest from competing in and completing this stuff. They all have a time on them, pretty easy to get things done. This, for example, the Darkling Plane. This is a fractured plane that allows us to go in with our pets. As you can see, I did one of them, but it's important that I get at least one more done because I want to get this familiar contract. I don't want to miss out on that. And whenever I can get new free pets, I want to try and get them. We have all clans on deck, which I have completed, Grim Preparation, which I have completed, and the Hungering Moon has just begun, so you can go and claim and use all of those moon slices. Pretty easy one right here. It's just going to be your play the game normally, just put your moons in and get rewarded for them. Now, something that we have not been doing a ton of, and it shows for my account, and I'll show you that, well, how about I show you that right now, is the challenge rifts. I struggle with doing challenge rifts. It's just not something that's typically on the top of my head to do, but it's important that we do push challenge rifts. The reason being, when you do challenge rifts, you get the resources you need to upgrade your secondary equipment. We now have 2 secondary equipment slots, which hopefully you've been able to get some set gear inside of, some green gear, no matter what it is, because as you jump to Inferno difficulty 4, you're gonna need the combat rating. So as you can see right here, from this piece, I gained myself an additional 1500 combat rating, and from this piece, an additional 1500. So we're looking at an additional 3000 combat rating just from putting these in. But we can gain more as we upgrade them. Notice I have a level 5 and I have a level 9. I've run out of resources to do that. So what I need to do, for some reason I ran behind the challenge rift, is I have to do a bunch of runs here in the challenge rift. It's going to give us the cryptic crystals that we need to do the upgrade. Of course, we need scrap materials and gold as well, but the cryptic crystals are really what hold us back. So what my goal is here is to get all of my equipment up to level 16 for right now, and then we'll just keep going on that journey. Of course, I did just get myself into a new level here on my pants as well, which is very nice. So always continuously upgrade that stuff as well. All right, let's get into some of the stuff that maybe is not brand new, and then I'm going to get to some more stuff that, well, is brand new. Bounties. Why are bounties so important? Bounties are important because they are a great way to both get experience, to just get some open world stuff done where you can get multiple things done at once. For example, when you're doing your bounties, you could also get some monstrous essence that can help you on some of your other progress throughout the day. But they're more important than ever right now. Why is that? Take a look at my codex. As you can see, we're now getting Flora, which we still don't really know what it's all about. It seems to be another way to get more rewards. But now when we do our bounties, we get Flora that we can put into the Flora system, and then that'll allow us to get more opportunities for more rewards. That just happened from doing what we normally do, the bounties. But more importantly than Flora, we get these right here. Spirit Essence. And Spirit Essence are what we upgrade our pets with. We get the Spirit Essence, we get 15 of them at our second turn in of 70 battle points, and our third of 120 more Spirit Essence, and of course, Platinum as well and Flora along the way. Now, why is Spirit Essence so important? Well, if we go over to our familiars right here, if we would like to upgrade a familiar, you want to empower it, you need Spirit Essence. So, you better make sure that you have Spirit Essence to do it. Lucky for you, we're getting 30 per day just from doing our bounties. Easy peasy. I'm talking about 15 minutes. You can get your bounties done. You can get 30 of them, which will not be enough to get your pet to level 30 or your familiar, but it will be enough to get you rolling. So that brings me into AO Echo. What's the best way to get Spirit Essence? And I've come up with it. It is right here in the Accursed Towers. The Accursed Towers are going to give you not only rewards and experience to level up and chests that you could unlock as well, that if you're not participating in them, well, then you're not getting them. But when you go to the Accursed Towers, we'll enter just for something to look at here. When I do a run, I've been getting between 500 and 800 crystals on my turn-in. If you've never done this before, of course, you run out these doors right over here, you go kill a bunch of things and activate a bunch of towers, then you get a whole bunch of goodies until the time runs out, you turn them in right here at the Purification Tower. I, in a previous video, stated that I've been getting approximately 2 to 3. That's changed. Now that I'm pulling in 500 to 800 crystals, I'm pulling in 7 to 9 spirit shards just doing this, which is insane for every run, taking me about 5 minutes each run. So if I want to upgrade my pets or my familiars, that is going to be the best way to do it. So if I were telling you, suggesting to you, someone that may care a lot about your familiars, how to upgrade them, go and do your Accursed Towers and maybe do 5-6 runs a day, depending on how much you want to do, depending on how much time you have. Of course, as always, run the Sanctum. It's a 3-minute run. It doesn't take that long to do. And in running the Sanctum, you get to get all of the stuff that you need for your passive upgrades. You're gonna get those keys. And actually, remember, save up approximately 400 keys. I know it's not 400, it's a little bit less, but I like to say 400 keys so that you can then make sure that you get the additional chest at the end of the Sanctum. If you're not going and doing the full Sanctum, only open 3 chests and leave. 3 chests and leave until you accumulate 400. If you don't know what I'm talking about these right here, your aspirant keys. Once you have 300 and something, but I say 400 for safety, you can run the Sanctum in full, opening all the doors, all the chests, and then you get a bonus chest out of the floor. That's the best way to do it. And as you can see right here, I'm actually ready to go and do a run right there. You want to visit your health trader every day, and I guess right here I'll kind of tell you what I prioritize. Never the legendary item. I feel like it's too expensive. 1,600 for a legendary item is not going to do it. It's not worth it for me. I do not have enough hilts to do that. Legendary crest, I'm always going to pick that up. I'm always going to get the gem for 1,600, and I'm always going to get the Telluric Pearl. Those are my 3 priorities. Now, my priorities following that are, I'll always go and get the 2 rare crests right here, as long as I have the, what are they called? As long as we have the hilts. I don't anymore get the aspirant keys. I just don't. I also don't get the charms, which is, a lot of people are going to say, you should get the charms, so you can then turn charms into, you can get the max level charms and you can sell them. But when I think about it, I'm really only getting about 500 platinum from that, and could I do it? Yes. Do I do it? No. It's not a bad idea, though, if you're completely free to play and if you're really looking to get that free platinum. Also, the normal gems, I could very easily go and buy all of these, and as could you. It's going to cost you 2,000 of your hilts. I haven't been doing that either. That is such a grind. I have not been getting my gems. I do come over to limited time, though, and grab another free rare. I just like to have rare crests to run. That's really all I get, if I'm being honest and sharing with you how I do it. There are other ways, but for me, that's what I do. Now, we want to also take a look at our dungeons for the day. As you can see, every single day you are allowed to run, or, well, you could run unlimited dungeons if you want, and you get rewards for each. Yesterday I was getting double rewards for running the rapids. Instead of it being worth 15 battle points, it was worth 30. So I ran 4 runs. It also gave me a little bit of a bonus on greens right there, and I did get a green drop. But as you can see, rewards claimed 0 out of 1, completed 3 dungeons, 0 out of 3. Once you complete 3 dungeons for the day, I can get myself, or this pops up that I get a free set item for free. Now, most likely it's not going to be the item that you want, but then what you do is you turn it in at the blacksmith, you salvage it, and you get 1 of these. Where are they? Where are they? I'm losing them right now. Oh, right here. You get 1 of the fabled wisps, depending on what your level is, and it takes 5 of them to craft any piece that you want. So I don't really worry about getting as much, I don't worry about getting as much of the ones that I want as much as I do turning them in and then just crafting the ones that I want. That's really my strategy right there. But as I mentioned, you get 3 per day. This stacks for 3 days. So you could run, if you don't play the game for a few days, you can go run 9 of these and you'll get 3 legendary pieces. Same thing with your bounties for the day as well. Your bounties can stack for 3 days, accumulating 8, 16, 24 total bounties if you happen to not play for a few days. Now, we also have the new tower defense mode inside of the game. You know what? Let's actually go on over to this because I want to explain to you how this works. And I can't teleport directly to it right now. Actually, can I? I wonder if I can. I wonder if that's in here. Familiars, Southern Dreadland. No, I can't. I got to go to the map. And I have to go to the Southern Dreadlands, which is right over here by the frozen tundra. And I'm going to go to this top teleport station. Since I have yet to explore the entire zone, I can't just randomly go there. I have to manually move through. I can't auto nav. But this is something that you could do 1 time per day. And the rewards are plentiful. It's essentially another farming method. And the second half of the farming method is an AFK method, which means you don't really need to. Where is it now? Let's get our, I'm going to go right here, navigate. See, I can't navigate, so we'll just hop on our horse and we'll go on through. Oh, look at that. We just got, oh, there's a treasure goblin. Psh, you know I'm all about that life. I'm going to take this guy down. We'll get our money. And this is an Inferno 4 right now, by the way, that I am just really tearing apart all these enemies. All right, so we're going to go on over here. I want you to see what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the tower defense mode. Now, I'm not going to run it right now. It takes, probably takes 8 to 10 minutes to run. So I'm not going to do it right now because that's for a different video. But this is what you're trying to protect. This center sandstorm. This is a lane that a bunch of enemies will come through. They'll come towards your sandstorm. This is a lane that enemies will come down. They'll go towards your sandstorm. And this is a lane that they'll come through to try and get to your sandstorm. It's our job to protect the sandstorm. When we enter the, shard storm, I'm sorry. When we enter the shard storm, there's going to be little positions. There's going to be one here, little spot here. There's going to be a spot here. There's going to be a spot here. These are places that you can kind of put down your defenses. There's also going to be one here, 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 and so on, and down the other lane as well. First of all, I'm going to tell you how I think you should put them. There'll be one right here, and one right here. Basically, there's a bunch of positions. You put down your stuff, and notice, when we're in here, there's not going to be a way, when we're participating in the event, there's not going to be a way for me to do any attacks. I'm just going to basically be here, placing down towers. Wait, can I? This guy attacking me right now? What the heck is even going on? During the tower defense mode, though, you are defenseless. So your defenses have to do all the protecting. Enemies won't attack you either. So let's just go right here and take him out, okay? So you want to, in my opinion, you're going to want to go ahead and place right here. You're going to want to throw the fireball thrower. It's got some serious range, and it does some serious damage. It can protect all lanes. So I went and was successful with a fireball thrower here, and that was the only one. Then I went with a lightning tower right here. And I went with a lightning tower right here. All of these towers can be leveled up to level 4. Behind my lightning tower, I went with a slowing tower right here. I went with a slowing tower right here. And then here was the fire thrower. I went with a lightning thrower here. And then I went with a slowing tower right over here. Then, of course, you want to get one of the towers that allows you to gain more of the resources to place and upgrade more towers. What you want to do is you want to just go as far away as you can in the least relevant spot, which is most likely right over here, and you want to place one right over here. That's going to allow you to get a bunch more resources. The enemies won't attack the tower. You just get a whole bunch of resources, and then you can upgrade your towers. Once you get through 5 waves, it's over. You go run around, collect all the rewards that are lying around, and you get your rewards for the day. But it is not really over. You could leave, teleport away. Since all of your defenses are max leveled, it then just continues going. And you'll get a notification over here, and it will tell you, oh, your tower defense mode is done. You can now go and run up and collect all the rewards that are lying all over the ground. You didn't have to be there for it. You just kind of go on over there and they're ready for you waiting on the ground. The tower defense mode is not really difficult. It's kind of, I don't want to say easy, but it's like a dumbed down version of like really serious tower defense, which is really good in my opinion. We don't need something that's too extensive. It's also worth noting, again, you could only do this one time per day. It's worth getting those rewards. I'll probably put a video out on that in the next coming days. It was not of my #1 importance right now. I shared with you the basic details of it. All right, you want to level up your pets, right? So let's come on over here. We'll go to our familiars. And now last night, I actually recorded a video of me melding my pets. I'm not sure that it's worth it just yet. As you can see right here, my Varag has 1 star that is, zoom in a little bit here for you, 1 star that is yellow and the rest of the 5 are blue. But when you look at my cat, they are all 6 blue. When I did the melding, it allowed me to, let's actually show you right here. When I go to meld, well, first things first, I didn't realize, so when I went to meld, it was saying I don't have anything, right? Well, pro tip right here, guys, that I needed to figure out myself is you can't have your melding options over here in your bonds. So you need to unbond your pet. Now, if we want to meld, we'll go to familiar details. We'll go to meld. Okay. When I choose it, I could meld any pet that has 6 stars. They don't need to be the same. They don't need to be the same exact pet, which I did not know. So when you do that melding, it's going to allow your pet that you're doing the melding of to basically change up the skills. And I kind of messed up when I did it the first time, but it's also giving you, through your meld, one of the boxes, which seems to have some enhancement. Notice all the other boxes are blue, but this one skill is gold in color. Ignition, Familiar's Kill has a 21% chance to burn target enemies. Seems to be a lot better than all the other skills that I have. I also gained a little bit of attribute strength. I think one of my attributes got a small boost up. So in doing the melding, you're going to be strengthening one of your pets. The issue is it doesn't seem to be that crazy, right? It doesn't seem to be too much of, how do I get the pet in here again? I want to put him in there. How do I do that? Now I forget how to put a pet in there. Let's go back over there. Familiars. Forge a bond. There we go. Now my pet is back there. And for all of you asking, the primary pet, that's the one that you're getting the attack of, right? You're going to be getting this attack and all of these passive skills for that pet. When you look at the other pets, you're like, why are all the other familiars in there too? You get a bunch of their, this right here, the attributes, I believe. Or you get the skills. It's actually quite confusing. I believe it has something to do with the attributes that you're getting. If you know differently, let me know in the comments section below. I'm still messing around with the pets, but we did learn that melding, you spend a day, let's say you can upgrade 1 pet per day as long as you can get the pet contracts. You get your pet to max level, and then you just have to basically destroy it to meld it with another pet. I could see at some point that becomes an important thing. Of course, we did mention as well that you want to go do your monstrous essence. If you could turn in 30 monstrous essence per day, it's great value. I've found, whoa, my guy just left his horse. What the? Get on the horse, dude. Oh my gosh, did you see that? Oh, I guess you did. He jumped off of his horse, left the horse, and I could not move. Well, that was new. You want to also, though, make sure that you go and get your shadow blessings. Assuming that you are a shadow, in my opinion, it's a very nice social event, and it's one that's going to give you nice rewards and basically experience. If once per day, and I'm not jumping on my horse on purpose here because I don't want to lose it again. You're going to come over here. You're going to visit the center portal, the assembly hall, and what? Hello, let's get in there. There we go. You're going to go into the assembly hall, and there's going to be a whole bunch of people here. This usually happens in the evenings. You'll get a notification up here, and you're going to want to then, what's going on? I'm like bugged out right now. You're going to want to go in here and you're going to want to get your blessings. You get 4 blessings. You're in there for approximately 2, 4, 7 minutes or so. You're with the community. You could all say what's up to each other, and you're then good to go. All right. Game's bugging out for me right now. Legit has never happened before, but, well, it's happening now. But those are really the tips that I could say. Of course, you could do shadow contracts. If you're an immortal, you could do your immortal type events as well. There's tons of things that we can do every day. These are some that I find to be the most important. The 2 newest to the list are going to be getting in those challenge rifts so you could upgrade that secondary gear. And the next most important one is going to be you making sure that you're taking and getting the most value out of the new familiars or pets. Of course, if you find any gems inside of the game, make sure that you sell those gems. I'm talking about normal gems that are sellable in the market, so you have platinum to mess around with other things that you want to buy. Yeah, and the game is being super weird for me right now. So as we close out, I will also say that I have seen pets as expensive as 250,000 platinum for 1 pet. Things can get expensive. Hope you enjoyed today's video and you have a little bit more guidance now on your journey in the new Diablo Immortal.